Hi guys, it's your girl Bianca coming to you from the Beaches brand with another tutorial. Yeah, I don't have an intro today. Instead, I put a few clips of me doing my makeup and struggling because I want you guys to know that you do not have to feel discouraged. Even the most experienced still struggles with doing their makeup. So I'm going to jump right into the tutorial here, starting off with my brows. I am using my RK by Kiss brow pencil in the shade dark brown. I'm just going to start off with underlining the bottom and the top of my brow and then filling in any sparse areas. And then I'm going to take that spoolie brush there and just comb through, just making sure everything looks nice, even, and natural. Next, I'm going to go in with two different concealers using my MAC Mineralized concealer in the shade NC50, following up with my Tarte Shape Tape concealer in the shade Deep. These are my two favorite go-to concealers. They both leave natural finishes and they are buildable, so you can definitely make sure that if you want more coverage, you can get more coverage. I'm then going to go in with a buffing brush and just buff that concealer right out so that it's nice and even and there's no harsh lines. And I'm going to do the same with the top of my brow, just making sure it's nice and clean. And then I'm going to go in with that same buffer brush and just brush it right on out. Buff it right on out, excuse me, so that it's nice and clean and there's no harsh lines or wild hairs or anything of that nature. So then once you buff it out, you want to make sure you really take your time with this because you don't want any halo brows, especially on the top of your brows. And then you'll see me going in here with my spoolie, just combing through and making sure everything is to my liking. I'm then going to take my P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 3 along with the flat brush. All of the brushes that I'm using today, guys, are from Amazon, different like cheap brushes. So I'll be sure if I can find them because they are years old. If I can find them, I'll link them below. If not, you can go on Amazon and find any makeup brush set and you can find buffer brushes, flat brushes, and basically any brush that you need. I'm then going to go in with another brush and pack on this pink shade. This is going to be from the definitely not Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is going to be from the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, and it's going to be that pink shade in there, and that's the palette right there. There she go. Just a little late with that. So I'm going to go in with that pink, orange, and yellow shade, as well as that purple shade that is in the Zulu palette. So as you can see here, I'm just building these colors up. So I started with the pink because it's the most bold shade. And of course, that's going to be the main color and primer color for our eye. And then I'm going to just buff it out with that orange. And then I'm going to buff the orange out with that yellow shade. And the point of this is just having that gradient effect. So you want the colors to all merge together. This look was inspired by my recent trip to the islands. So I just wanted something nice and vibrant, and I want it to kind of look like a sunset. So I'm going to make sure I really take my time with blending all three colors out. And then you'll see me here going back into that pink shade in the Zulu palette, because a lot of the times once you start to blend your eyeshadows out, you will lose the pigmentation of the first color, maybe the first two colors that you lay down. As you see here, I'm now going into the my crease with that purple shade from the Zulu palette. And you don't want to start off with a lot of product when you're working with dark colors because it is hard to blend out. So as you can see, the color is really, really, really light. I'm starting off with a very light application because I want to make sure that I can blend it out and then pack that color on later. So I'm going to go right back in with that same flat brush and my P. Louise base in Rumor 3. And I am going to start to carve out my crease. I'm actually going to do a cut crease. And for those of you who don't know what a cut crease is, you're basically just carving out a shape with a flat brush and any concealer or eye primer. In this case, I'm going to go in, like I said, with the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 3 and my flat brush that we used earlier on to pack that color or pack that primer on. And I'm just going to create an oval cut crease look. There's many different cut crease looks that you can go with. to fit one's eye, or, you know, if you want to go for a more dramatic look or a half cut crease for a more natural look. So that's what I'm doing today. So you'll see me do my cut crease on both eyes here. You definitely want to take your time with this because the lines should be really, really, really sharp and really neat. That's the whole point of the cut crease. Okay, so once I go ahead and get that desired look, I'm then going to take our buffing brush, the same buffing brush that I use to buff out our brows, and I'm just going to buff out that concealer on our lids there so that it's not too wet when we start to apply our shadow. And then you will see me now just kind of making sure I'm filling in that line. And that base is also going to provide a lighter base, so when we apply our shadows, it shows up a little bit lighter. That's the whole point of that P. Louise base. It's just so that your shadows that you pack on your eye can be nice and vibrant. So I don't know if you guys can see it on camera here, but I went back into that Zulu palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm packing on this rose gold shade. It's a very pretty shimmer shade in the palette. I actually think it's probably one of the only shimmer shades in this particular palette, but it's really, really pretty. And I'm packing that on to prep our eye for the glitter that we are going to be using on the eye today. Yes, that's the fun stuff. So again, just packing on that color, trying to get as much on as I possibly can. And to blend it out to make our crease a little bit more deeper, I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay palette, the electric palette. That's actually an oldie but goodie, but one of my absolute hands down favorite palettes. And I'm going to go in with the color Urban, which is that deep purple shade. So then I'm going to start packing on that glitter. And I am using glitter from a company called Lash'd by Dollface on Instagram. I absolutely love her glitters, and she always have these sales where you can get glitters for 75 cents, and they are so freaking cute. The mixtures, the colors, everything is so cute, and you can try them out if you're not really sure how to apply glitter, or if you want to play around with it. The containers aren't too big, and they're super affordable. So I'm going in with two different glitters. I'm using the first glitter, which is called Jubilee, and then the second one is called It's a Vibe. Hey, because you know the vibes. And then I'm going to go in here with my Too Faced Hangover RX primer to prime my face, because you definitely want to make sure you moisturize and hydrate your face under this makeup. Protecting your skin is the best thing you can do for your skin when wearing makeup. So I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick in the shade Espresso. I absolutely adore these sticks because they are super creamy. They're super lightweight. You can definitely build them up, and they give you a flawless coverage. And this has a more dewy finish, so it's not too matte and drying to the skin. And then here you'll see me go back in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Deep. This is the same concealer that we mixed to do our brows. Again, this is one of my favorite concealers to do my whole face because the coverage is just beautiful, and it's not too heavy or cakey, and it just blends out amazing. So definitely this step is optional if you don't want to wear a lot of makeup. You can definitely stop after foundation, but highlighting definitely brings the color back into your skin. It actually highlights the more natural points in your skin. So once you put your foundation on, everything kind of blend out to be one color, one complexion, but the concealer actually highlight the natural points in your face. So now I'm going to go in with another Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick in the shade Ebony, and I'm going to use that as a contour shade to bring some of that color, which is what I was trying to say before, bring some of that color back in. So the highlight is going to highlight the natural points of your face, and then we contour or bronze to bring some color and make us nice and golden, and put some of that color back into our face. So here I'm just taking my e.l.f. blending brush, and it's a face blending brush, and I'm just going to blend out my concealer here under my eye and on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and my cupid's bow and my lips. the top of my lips and my chin. So I'm going to blend this out. And as you guys can see, I did add a wing liner off camera. I will put another video up soon showing you guys how I do my wing liner. And then here, as you guys can see, I'm just blending out that concealer. And I did put concealer on my cheeks just to make my contour pop a little bit more, honey. Yes, because we want this face snatched, girl. So I'm going to take my foundation brush and I'm just going to blend out that contour a little bit. Again, I just want to be nice and golden. So as you can see, I've highlighted under my eyes and now I'm blending out that contour to put some color back into my face and to just make everything pop and come together. And then we're going to snatch that nose, snatch them cheeks, girl, snatch that chin, that double chin, honey. And yeah, we're going to get everything nice and tight. So now I'm going to set my concealer everywhere that I put my concealer with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Deep. I normally use as you can see in the beginning, I normally use a loose setting powder, but my skin was acting up and my skin has been acting extremely weird lately and it is just sucking all the moisture out. So I didn't want to bake this go round. Yes, I did redo my face makeup and I didn't want to bake this go round because I didn't want dry patches on my skin or for my skin to look super, super dry during the video. So I did take my makeup off and redo it. And next, again, I'm just blending everything out here. And I'm going in with my Inglot face powder. I'll put the shade down below. The shades are like numbers. So once I actually figure out what the shade was that I used, I will put that in the description bar below. Next, I'm going to go back to my eyes and I'm just going to follow the same steps that I did on my lid on the bottom lash line. So I'm going to go in reverse method now. So instead of starting off with that pink, I'm going to go in with the darkest shade, which was that purple out of the Zulu palette. And then I'm going to go in with the pink, the orange, and then the yellow just to smoke out my bottom lash line. I'm not going to do any eyeliner today because my eyes, my allergies is just... everything is just awful. The universe don't want me to be great doing this video for you guys. So that's why I'm going to smoke out my lash line with all of those colors and just avoid eyeliner for today. But it'll still be really, really pretty. Just not as smoky as I would like it to be. Okay? So yeah, we're going to take another little smudger brush and just start smudging those colors all in together so that it can match the colors on the top. Okay, ladies, so now we're going to coat our real lashes. This is my favorite mascara. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Honey, this mascara will get your lashes popping. I do know that they came out with a waterproof one. So if your eyes get really watery or, you know, you're getting married, prom, and you're going to be sweating or crying, you can definitely check out the waterproof version of this mascara. Okay, so now I am going to apply my falsies now that I've added my mascara. And these are 25 milliliter falsies. I will put the company below where I got these lashes from. They are everything and they are gorgeous, nice, long, and fluffy, and they will bring any look together. You can definitely skip this step if you're not into false lashes. You can definitely stop at your mascara, but I do like to tell people that falsies bring out a different look. So if you're going for a dramatic look or you want something a little sultry, a little sexy, or if you just want a natural look to pop, you definitely want to make sure that you are adding those falsies. Next, I'm going to carve out my cut crease just a little bit with this NYX liner, and I believe it's called Vivid Purple or Vivid Lilac. I'll put the actual color or shade in the description below. And now I'm going to go in with my MAC lip liner in the shade Night Moth. This is the best purple lip liner to go in with if you want to just smoke your eye. smoke your eyeshadow. If you want to just line your lips with a dark purple, it's a really pretty shade. And so then I'm going to go in with my liquid lipstick by ColourPop in the shade Yoshi. This was the Ellery collab with ColourPop. And then I'm just going to blend the two colors together so that I can have a nice ombre lip. And now I'm going to go in with my highlighter. And as you can see, this was giving me life, honey. Yes. Just making me nice and golden. It's such a pretty highlighter. So this highlighter is also by Juvia's Place. I believe she released these, I want to say maybe a few months ago, maybe even longer than that. But they are very pretty, and you have to be careful with these because a little does go a long way. And you just want to be sure to put it on the highest points of your cheeks, as well as on your nose, on if you want to do your forehead. I don't really like to do my nose. I do a little bit on my nose, on the point of my nose, but I don't like to overly highlight. That's just me. I like to do a little bit on my cheeks, a little bit on my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin, but you won't see me over highlighting. And then I will put the shade of this highlighter in the description below. And yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And if you have anything that you want me to record next, just comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I hope to see you on my next video. Bye.